On Tuesday, February 3rd, a recap of The Young and the Restless revealed that Kane had betrayed Billy in order to lure Victor. In the recap for the episode of The Young and the Restless Y&R that aired on February 3rd, it was revealed that Kane Ashby, played by Billy Flynn, would have a plan that entails betraying Billy Abbott, played by Jason Thompson. However, he will justify the plan because he is willing to do whatever it takes to protect his family. Sharon Newman, played by Sharon Case, will present Daniel Romalotti Jr., played by Michael Graziadei, with a series of questions on the nature of his relationship with Tessa Porter, played by Kate Fairbanks, at Crimson Lights. It appears that the two of them are more than just friends. Despite the fact that Daniel will admit that he has developed a close relationship with Tessa, he will argue that they made an effort to combat it and that neither of them intended for this to occur. Despite the fact that Sharon will comprehend the reasons for Tessa's dependence on Daniel, she will continue to harbor the hope that Tessa will reconsider her decision to divorce. Daniel will be curious about the length of time Tessa is required to wait for Mariah Copeland Cameron Grimes to recover from her illness and cease emotionally isolating herself from her family. Nevertheless, Sharon will not believe that Mariah can genuinely recover without Tessa, and Daniel will wonder whether this is Sharon's way of requesting that he relax his stance on the matter. While Tessa is at the Park Cafe, she will run across Sienna Bacall, played by Tamara Braun. Sienna will reveal that she relocated there in order to be with Noah Newman, played by Lucas Adams. Tessa will also be questioned by Sienna over her own relationship, which will hopefully cause Tessa to no longer believe that she will have a happy ending with Mariah. Daniel will finally come along and meet Sienna, who will discuss the possibility of creating a club in Genoa City with Noah in the period of time that is to follow. During the episode of Young and the Restless that airs on Tuesday, Kane will attempt to get Phyllis Summers, played by Michelle Stafford, to assist him in providing Victor Newman, played by Eric Braeden, with some bait. Kane is going to believe that they ought to return Chancellor to the Newmans and insist that his family be returned before they sign over the remainder of the Newman business. When Lily Winters' Crystal Khalil and the twins are no longer in danger, Kane will insist that they are free to back out of the agreement. Phyllis will have doubts about the viability of that plan with Victor, and she will not be pleased with the prospect of betraying Billy. Having said that, Phyllis will concede that Billy's contract has not yet been performed in its whole. The treachery will be justified by Kane, who will say that Billy will be a victim of collateral damage when it occurs. Kane will offer to make an appeal to Daniel on behalf of Phyllis when she inquires about the benefits that it will bring her. In the event that Kane is successful in persuading Daniel to forgive her, Phyllis will come to the conclusion that they will proceed with his plan. Following Kane's request for Daniel to join him on his train for a discussion with Phyllis, Daniel will inform Tessa of the situation and check in with her to establish how she is doing. Despite the fact that Tessa will admit that she is not doing too well, she will express her gratitude to Daniel for his support and offer him a kiss. Sienna will have a private conversation with Tessa after she has witnessed the intimate moment between Tessa and Daniel. She will claim that Daniel is falling in love with Tessa. Phyllis will receive a phone call from Kane informing her that his appointment with Daniel has been scheduled, but she will not be satisfied with this information. When Kane believes that he has made some progress with Daniel, Phyllis will encourage him to give her a call so that they may move on with their agreement. When Noah returns to the cafe, he will inquire of Sharon whether or not she has received any communication from Nick Newman Joshua Morrow today, as he has not. Sharon is going to admit that she hasn't done it either, and as a result, she is going to be concerned that Nick has gone off on his own to locate Matt Clark, Roger Howarth, and destroy him so that he can never come back. Sharon, on the other hand, will ultimately come to the conclusion that they ought to have faith in Nick's plan and trust that he will get in touch with them soon. Audra Charles, played by Zuleika Silver, will get the opportunity to hold the door open for Claire Newman, played by Haley Aaron, at Society. However, Claire Newman will not be buying her fake sweet act. That being said, Claire will communicate to Audra that she has completed her investigation into her background in Los Angeles, and that she has also completed her investigation into Holden Novak Nathan Owens. When Audra finds out that Claire was only with Holden because she wanted to get dirt on her, she will question her. The moment that Kyle Abbott, played by Michael Mealer, shows up for breakfast with Claire, Audra will come to the realization that perhaps she was just trying to get back together with her former partner. Holden is going to show up and join Audra at the bar, where she is going to provoke him just a little bit about the reconciliation between Kyle and Claire. Assuming that Holden is aware of the fact that Audra is hankering for Kyle, he will recommend that the two of them should be forthright about their sentiments in order to ensure that they both get what they desire. It seems as though Audra and Holden are making preparations to ruin the reunion that Kyle and Claire are planning to have. In the meantime, Kyle will learn about Claire's experience with Audra and acknowledge that he would like to spend more time with her. As a result, Claire will suggest that they go on a date. The battle between Claire and Audra on The Young and the Restless is not yet ended, according to spoilers, so make sure you stay tuned. When it comes to the most recent Young and the Restless spoilers and news, CDL is the place you want to be, so make sure to check back frequently for further Y&R information.